Horizon Channel, Yorkie, it's almost 8. The sun's climbing high, don't delay or be late. In the realm of adventure, of myth and a dream, it's time for another Tales Over Coffee stream. So Yorkie's a game of tales rich and bold. As the morning unfolds, keep a death count to hold. He'll keep on pushing till he wins every fight. Let's put a pep in our step and start the day right. With a sigh and a rush, he gathers his gear. Tails over coffee, time to face the fear. Grabs his lucky mug and his glasses with care. Prepares for the stream with a flare in the air. Old Yorkie's the game, a tales rich and bold. As the morning unfolds, keep a death count to hold. He'll keep on pushing till he wins every fight. Let's put a pep in our step and start the day right. So tell us, Yorkie, what game will it be? Sci-fi or horror or high fantasy? Old Yorkie's ready with a weapon in hand to conquer new quests or make his last stand. In full swing, chats alive and loud. Dead again, Yorkie screams for crying out loud. In worlds of adventure where the action is wild, fail hard, not try hard, the story's compiled. Through challenges aplenty, we'll stand by his side. With each epic battle, our spirits will ride. In this virtual realm where legends are born, old Yorkie's our hero in the fresh light of morn. Yorkie's a game of tales rich and bold. As the morning unfolds, keep a death count to hold. He'll keep on pushing till he wins every fight. Let's put a pep in our step and start the day right. Through realms of legend and challenges so grand, Yorkie takes the lead with a weapon in hand. With laughter and wit, he faces the day, counting each mishap as he finds his own way. Fights hard, watch his character die. How much will he progress now the stream's end is nigh? In this virtual realm where legends are born, old Yorkie's our hero in the fresh light of morn. Old Yorkie's the gamer, tales rich and bold. As the morning unfolds, keep a death count to hold. He'll keep on pushing till he wins every fight. Let's put a pep in our step and start the day right. As the sun rises higher and the morning draws on, old Yorkie wraps up, but the adventure's not gone. Reflecting on battles, both won and lost, he signs off with a smile, no matter the cost. And when he finally beats this game and is done, heads to his community page, there'll be a vote on. Say thanks for the views, he leaves the next game to you. A poll for the next game, there on YouTube. Join us each morning for Tales on the Stream, with old Yorkie in charge, living out the dream. Keep track of the mishaps in this gaming delight, in the world of adventure in the dawn's early light.
Good morning, friends, it's Yorkie's call, with tales and magic to enthrall. Grab your brew, let's take a ride, through shadows where the secrets hide, secrets hide. coffee's hot, the game begins, with arcane threads and twisted spins. Tales over coffee, come and see. Come and see a world of mystery with me. Mystery with me, with me, with me. Through narrow streets, the shadows crawl. Empire's weight hangs in the air. Whispers of magic, long suppressed. In broken corners, no one's there. But something moves, a silent breath, where power sleeps quiet as death. The arcane threads begin to spin. A choice awaits, what lies within. What lies within? Arcane echoes, magic calls. Rise or break as shadows fall. Weaving the arcane, you seal your fate. The threads you pull, the lines you break, the lines you break, the paths you walk, the choice you make, echo long, though light may fade. A world unseen, yet close at hand, where power twists at your command. Thaumaturge with power deep, control the mind or let it free. Saluters wait at whispered names, a pact with shadows none can see. A mind that bends, a fate untied, their path unclear but power wide. With every spell, the lines unwind. But what's the price for powers that bind? The price of powers that bind. Arcane echoes, magic calls. Rise or break as shadows fall. Weaving the arcane, you seal your fate. The threads you pull, the lines you break, the lines you break, the paths you walk, the choice you make, echo long, though light may fade. A world unseen, yet close at hand, where power twists at your command. Power at your command. Your command. Your command. What will I shape? What will I see? Will my choices set them free? Or set them free? Or will these threads I pull and weave leave behind more webs of grief? Darker webs I weave. Do I hold power, or does it hold me? What kind of future waits for me? What future for me? In this world of shadow traits, will I save or seal their fate? What will be my fate? My fate! Through every every fall. The path's unclear, but magic waits. I'm drawing near. For me the end draws near, near. Arcane echoes, magic calls. Rise or break as shadows fall. Weaving the arcane, you seal your fate. The threads you pull, the lines you break, the lines you break. The paths you walk, the choice you make, echo long, like a fate. A world unseen, yet close at hand, where power twists at your command. Power at your command. Your command. Thanks for watching. It's been a blast. If you had fun, don't scroll past. Hit like, subscribe, and spread the word, and leave a comment to be heard. Come back next time. We're far from done. The arcane waits, more mystery spun. With Yorkie here, the tales go on. So join us next, as we press on.
Alright there, it's your old mate Yorkie here. Welcoming you back to Tales Over Coffee. Cheers. We start the day with a cup of coffee and a narrative tale. A narrative game. To put some pep in our step and start the day right. Right now we're back with a rather fascinating story of the Thaumaturge. Daddy's dead, and we need to go to his funeral. Let's just go this way to start with. See if there's anything else we can do. I doubt it. Oh, there's a sign here.
When people unite, empires fall.
Anything that... No, it's blocked off even. Oh, there's something here. The Daily Courier. The latest news. The Chief of Police of the City of Warsaw hereby informs the general public that, in connection with Their Majesty's visit, the number of units patrolling the streets on this day will be doubled. In particular, constables will look out for the groups of troublemakers that have been gathering near, more and more recently, near major thoroughfares to protest against Thaumaturges, and demand that His Majesty officially condemn Thaumaturges as charlatans and a menace of humanity. Ooh. Essentially, we've got a witch hunt. Or pressing for one. Yesterday near Rimarska Street, the police arrested 15 people who protested loudly and disrupted traffic, demanding that Thaumaturge be punishable by death. The protesters were intoxicated and started to fight with the police. With police unit dispatched to the scene. Ooh. Got something here. Wanted notice to all police station chiefs of Warsaw. Beware of Aborsi Nidzik, leader of the Shivs gang. Recently seen near Versbauer Street. Blonde hair, blue eyes, round face, sizable stature. Distinctive marks, dark circles under his eyes, signifying exceptional anger. Or just tiredness. He is a thief and murderer, particularly active in the Srodmishek area. Forgive me, I'm going to mispronounce a lot of names, I'm sure I am. Feel free to offer corrections and advice on pronunciation in the comments. Whoever notifies the authorities of his whereabouts or contributes to his apprehension shall be rewarded. What's this? Anti-Thaumaturge leaflets. Citizen, beware of Thaumaturges who act in secret, plotting to bring down the economy and thus take complete control over our society. Conspiracy theories too, huh? Let us protect our children from those degenerates, waiting for the right moment to take control over the most innocent minds and souls. Let us get rid of these parasites. Recent research shows that Thaumaturge brains are burned out from thoughts that go against nature. Hence, they cannot be treated equally to normal people. Wow. That's dark. The Country Weekly Magazine. Change of Warsaw Governor General. Today, the Supreme Order of August 28th was announced. The Governor General of Warsaw, Commander of the Warsaw Military District, Adjutant General Maximovich, will be released from his current duties while retaining the title of Adjutant General. He will be replaced by Second in Command, Adjutant General Skallen. Okay. Obtained a Thaumaturge point. We've got 2 of them, do we? That's dread and that's mind. Well, with the witch hunt, I'm actually going to develop some dread. And we'll get that. Do we have them both now? Cool. Nice. No, I thought we might have something there. But no. However, there is a leaflet of paper here. The Warsaw Courier, their majesties have arrived. When this issue of the Courier is in your hands, the ancient city of Warsaw will be receiving its most distinguished guests. His Majesty Nikolai II, the Emperor of all Russia, the King of Poland and Grand Duke of Finland, and Her Royal Highness Tsarina Alexandra Fyodorovna will arrive in the city this afternoon. This will be the royal couple's first visit to Warsaw. On this long-awaited and joyous occasion, our city has taken up festive appearance. Streets have been adorned with festoons of flowers and greenery, and the entire area that the royal procession will pass through is filled with crowds of people wishing to pay homage to their majesties on behalf of Warsaw and all of the kingdom. And with that vow of loyal allegiance, Polish hearts send to the throne a quiet echo of fervent desires and lasting comfort. These arise from His Majesty's words, who declared in his grand manifestations that his ultimate goal was to ensure the happiness of all his loyal subjects and to discern all his loyal subjects' needs. Those gracious words of the sovereign have become a source of comfort for the people of the Kingdom of Poland, and in the name of that comfort, the Polish people under Russian rule are happy to greet His Majesty today, trusting their substantial needs will be recognised and ready for civic and public service. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, mate. Revolutionary leaflets. Brothers, the 11-hour work days are killing us. Let's follow the example of the workers in German and English factories and fight to reduce them to 9 working hours. Join the strike, put down your tools, and join for the fight for the future. Wow. Something there? No. Menu. Kesselzinski restaurant. Menu. Borscht or broth, fruit soup. Pottage with crayfish, goose in jelly, young turkey. Romaine lettuce, pan-seared saffron milk cups, cucumber salad. Compote, cream with chocolate. Pears all'ortolo, and a cup of green gauges. Oh, and more. Mocha black coffee, local lager, English porter, portioned caviar and snacks. Nice. Making me hungry. Right, we're heading this way. And then out here. Act 1, the city that does not forget.
Why such a crowd?
The circus has come to town.
These are troubled times. Brothers turn against brothers. Russia has had enough bloodshed. The violence must stop. When socialists attempt to divide Russia and her subject nations, to dent the sword that smote the enemy at Grunwald, this demands my decisive action. Thus, by my grace, I hereby appoint as Governor General of Warsaw, Yorkie Antonovich Skowon.
A butcher.
Not a popular guy, I presume.
I want to hear her
I
views.
see you ain't from here. That swine keeps a photo album of all the folks he's had shot at the Citadel.
Before and after execution.
Yeah, he's a piece of work.
The time for leniency and indulgence is over.
Uh-oh.
From the moment this office is bestowed on me, no forces hostile to the subjects of Greater Russia will have any further right to exist. None. Whether it be brutal socialist subversives, communists, Jews, or other satanic provocateurs.
He sure knows how to unite a crowd.
Pardon me, are you Polish?
Give an evasive response. I don't know
I
her.
was born in Warsaw, but I'm lapsed. My name's Wiktor.
That didn't seem very evasive.
Wanda.
This is Russia here. Like it or not. Warsaw. Время террора закончилось.
Иди нахуй!
My first decision as Governor General of Warsaw. Arrestować.
Great heroes in their sense of timing. Of course, now they're the first ones in the fight.
Samoobladanie, Polyaki. We want that rebel. The Loudmouth.
Ooh.
What happened?
Be a gentleman. Please kneel and tie my shoe.
Okay. I don't... Yeah, I tend to be proud, but no, that's not what we're going for. Maybe strategic to try and get that proud point, but no. The reason I'm not doing that is because I think she's got an idea. She seems a smart person. Let's do this.
I didn't dare suggest it myself.
There's something to be worked here. Bullets.
Can I
That's
ask
what
you
the
a tiny
clack
favor?
was.
The Russians can't find out about this. The military is just looking for an excuse to suppress the crowd, and these workers are dreaming of thrashing a Russian gendarme.
Either one of you confesses to disturbing the peace, or всех забирай. We'll take you all in.
You can't handle all of us.
Can you get us out of here?
What are you suggesting?
I think I'm open to any kind of suggestion.
With a book like that, I'd find out what would convince one of these bastards to let us go.
She knows.
Or I'd take on that self-appointed leader of the proletariat.
Interesting strategy.
Who are you?
Who are you, really?
She knows.
A damsel in distress.
Yeah, let's not play silly
Those don't
buggers.
usually hide ammunition in their stockings.
Exactly.
Can I explain it to you another time?
Yeah. I'm not going to say yeah, I could have had dinner, and she knows that.
I'm going to take a look around.
What's this? Pistol bullets. Small bullets carry big emotions. Hope, because they were meant to benefit the cause. Fear, which in these difficult times makes its way into even the hardest of hearts. And determination, the companion of courage, without which it would be impossible to face reality. Each bullet was hidden in the nooks and crannies of the undergarments with care and precision, just like the previous time and the time before that. It's nothing new for the person who took the risks. It's a bit of a revolution, isn't she? And she knows about thaumaturges. Is she one herself? I don't know if you can have
it's a good idea to
thaumaturges in
stir
this
people
game.
up and send them to face bullets and bayonets?
What do you want then? My whole life on my knees? Kissing Ruski's ass?
Do you want bloodshed
Do you
here?
realize blood is about to be spilled? And that it might be mine? Fuck off!
I wouldn't have said that it might be mine. That bit was unnecessary. What if I talk to him again?
Do you think it's a good idea to stir people up and send them to face bullets and bayonets?
What do you want then?
We'll come back to him and offer help in the fight if
I
and when
know.
it's necessary.
If you don't want to fight, then hide when they start shooting.
What about the sergeant?
Pardon me, gentlemen.
The crowd has received the order. For now, zero response.
We'll give them a moment. To arrest them all, book them, interrogate them. Gospodi will be home in November.
Gentlemen, please, forgive me. Maybe there's a
Ready to
faster
pass by
way
the
to
crowd.
get this situation resolved.
Back off, Poliak, or we'll start shooting. Paniatno, scrum. Dawaj.
I won't hesitate to arrest those who draw their attention. I'm not going to hand wander over. Could invoke name. We're going to leave for now. Now that was him I did. Oh, what's over here? This. Police barrier. A police barrier meant to help with keeping order during the rally. The seemingly ordinary barrier carries a memory of a hand whose firm grip represents the determination of the one who controls it. It was the gendarme commander who set up the barrier, carrying in his heart a desire to return to the warmth of his home. All he needed was a scapegoat. The manhunt of the station. The sergeant wants to call it a day and go home as fast as possible. A manhunt entails a lot of work that he'd rather avoid. With a little nudge, he might settle for taking in the agitators and letting the rest go. The workers' leader is perfect for the role. I'm not sure what I think about that one. So we have the option of fighting, we have the option of turning Wanda in, possibly turning the worker leader in.
Did the corporal tell you we're going to shoot?
Right, hand wander. That's not happening. Make the sergeant accuse the worker. Is there anything else we can say with
Maybe you
her?
could think a little faster?
I'm going to take a look around.
It's not going to do anything.
Do you think it's a good idea to stir people up?
What do you want? My whole life on my knees?
I know.
If you don't want...
Okay. This is a tricky situation. Because I also asked a little advice for some negative traits and positive traits from ChatGPT, just put a little randomness in the character. And one is a reluctant hero. Yeah, hero. Yeah, compassionate. Yeah, willing to take a stand when necessary, but also not necessarily wanting to get involved. And given the threat this is to me, would I do anything here? I have to do something. Would I put my name forward? I don't think I would. I don't think I would. But I certainly wouldn't betray her, because apart from her being an obvious leader or revolutionary, probably a leader in the revolution somewhere, she seems to know about thought. She's talked about my book, which makes me think she knows about Thaumaturges, and there's more to talk about with her later. I don't want her arresting. This means I can join in a fight with him, but again, that's me stepping up and risking when I might not be willing to do that right now. He's also likely to get people killed. Corporal.
The corporal tell you we're going to shoot?
I'm not going to hand wander over. I'm not going to invoke my name. Let's make him accuse the worker.
Dostateczno. Should we go in and capture the worker who's mouthing off and let us go?
Da, sierżant. We can use anyone as an example.
Szagom marsz!
Not a nice choice, but it's probably most fitting with a reluctant hero.
Goodbye.
You're welcome.
I wanted to thank you at our next meeting. We could use someone like you.
I want to learn more.
Meaning the people you were carrying ammunition for and who got you Dutch pomade for your hair.
You haven't just got pretty eyes, you know how to use them. Maybe you'll find time one day for some jam donuts at Burke Rotblitz's?
Her I need to know more about. Fearless Wander, the smuggler of bullets, proposed a meeting at Burke Rotblitz's. The woman I met during the kettling incident was smuggling bullets in the nooks and crannies of her undergarments. Clearly it wasn't the first time she'd done that. Unfortunately this time the garter didn't hold, and the bullets fell into the pavement. Maybe fate will have us cross paths again and we'll meet at Burke Rotblitz's for jam donuts. She may even work there for all we know. Or be there frequently, which is why she suggested it. There's nothing this way, so I didn't do it over here, no. What's through here? Nothing, literally nothing. That's not Wander, is it? No. Anything over this way? We can go this way. Anything up here? But I thought it was pointing the other way. Let's see if it changes, because right now if we go this way, it's pointing this way. And if we go this way, it points that way. But there is some other stuff over here as well. Do all roads lead to Rome, as they say? There's something. Poster, inaugural concert on the Warsaw Philharmonic, November 5th at 5 PM, 5 Jasmine Street. Ignatius Jan Paderewski will perform with Emil Mlynarski conducting the orchestra. After the concert, a reception will be held at the Kronberg Palace. I suppose. Oh, there is a map. Okay. That's locked. That's locked. That's locked. There's a police station. That's tram stop. Carriage. These must be fast travel things, I think. What's at the police station? There's something here. Stanislaus obituary. Stanislaus Sulski, widely respected citizen, thaumaturge, philanthropist, entrepreneur, father and husband, died suddenly on August 31st at the age of 64. A service for the repose of his soul will be held at St. Charles's Borromeo Church on Saturday, September 7th at 1100, to which his daughter would like to invite all relatives, friends and acquaintances. There is someone here we can talk to. No, read, sorry. During the time of our gracious, it's not a Tsar of all Russia's visit to Warsaw, it is necessary to enhance a sense of security. Therefore, I ordain that the number of patrols must be doubled. All station chiefs are required to comply with the order immediately. Nothing there. Something here. Note, when recruiting for the gendarmerie, it is recommended to reject the following candidates immediately. Persons related to rebels or troublemakers, duels, thaumaturges. Any deviation from these instructions must be very well argued. Wow. Anti-Semitism as well. I did pick that up before, of course. That's like, is that her? No. She's a prostitute, from what she's saying. What's this? Wanted list. 1002. Maria Berkova, 54-year-old residing in Warsaw, Old Praga. Accused of complicity in stealing 2,000 ruble worth of Dutch pomade. Wanted. Description: short in stature, black hair, small hazel eyes. 3 scars on the right leg. Warsaw. August 3rd, 1905. 1003. Jefesiuk Mozerius, I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. Serving time in prison on Jelna Street. Escaped from the hospital on Pokorna Street, where he was treated on August 2nd, 1905. Description: tall in stature, frail, small round face, dark hair, small black eyes, small flat nose, 19 years old. 1004. Newdorf Isaac, 18 years old, son of Lejbus, formerly residing in Minsk, Mazaweski on Luka Street, accused of stealing fowl, then fled in an unascertained direction. Okay. On this one, mouse is playing up. I really need a new mouse, I think. Wanted notice. To all police station officers of Warsaw, beware of Aborsi Nidzik, leader of the Shivsgarten, where we've seen that. Nothing. Oh, hang on. leading up this way. And then out again, I guess. Yeah. Didn't actually need to be in here, but interesting couple of notices. Most everything is locked and we can't go that way now. Up here. Catch a tram, don't need to, I don't think. Oh, we do! Okay. Over to the cemetery, fine. Just having a look around first. Some of this stuff may open later because it's locked. Oh, that's an eye. Okay, sorry. 90. Oh, that's just things we've collected. Okay. More to read. Obituary notice to the late Francis Helmantel. Went to be with the Lord, following brief yet painful agony, having received the sacraments on August 18, 1905, at the age of 65. The bereaved family is asking all relatives and friends to join them at the funeral service, held in St. Anna's Church, Krakowski, on, what was that, Presidimis, on August 25th at 1100, followed by the transfer of the body to the family tomb. Let me go. Parish announcements. Saturday 7 AM, votive service in honour of Our Lady of the Rosary. For the intention of the brothers and sisters of the Confraternity of the Holy Rosary. 9 AM, Holy Mass, which will be followed by the recitation of the Litany of Loreto with a prayer for the conversion of sinners. We have a shady guy there. Let's see what's what.
Excuse me, what's going on here?
They're burying Satan in sacred ground.
Some of those assembled believe it to be sacrilege. Konstancja Szabłowska, the Warsaw Courier. What is your opinion, considering the book at your side?
He's a temperomancer. Don't let him through.
So they all know what we look like. Okay. I'll say what I think first, because I'm cornered.
Me. These people, including this gentleman, are complete idiots. They'll know very well that thaumaturges are immune to death.
We are?
You don't say.
And now, if you'll excuse me.
No, you can't go any further.
Get out of the way.
I'm asking you kindly get out of my way before things get nasty.
Get that heretic with fire and sword.
That's unfortunate. Alright, so we've got two of them. He's on 34, he's on 37. It's improved Thaumaturge. We do have one more to add. Actually, upgrades as well. thief of thought and brutality. Start the fight. Selecting yourself or a Thaumaturge. You can preview both your Thaumaturge skills. This will help you plan your attacks. Summoning another Thaumaturge. You can summon another Thaumaturge at any time. A green frame around the Thaumaturge's image means they are exceptionally effective in a fight with a given enemy. Read the description above the Thaumaturge. Find out why they'll be useful. You'd be useful. And you... Damage-based attacks will be more effective against this enemy. So I've got a dot on both of them. That sucked. I'm down to 20. You're done. And that should leave me ready to do this. I don't actually need it at this point, but fair enough. Traits. Enemies can have a trait that makes them immune to your attacks. Traits are related to different dimensions and can be disabled. To disable an enemy's trait, attack them with a Thaumaturge that belongs in the same dimension as the trait. Note that if you don't have the required dimension force, you can take away all the opponent's focus and launch a strong attack. That's 18. And you're down.
That was so enchanting. Spectacular. You with a scowl and a puffed out chest, and them dropping like flies in the blink of an eye? Collapsing on their own, becoming delirious? Extraordinary. Can we meet for an interview?
Thank you, but I'm already late.
Well, that was kind of nice. I liked it. I like the combat here. It's going to take me a while to get anywhere near decent with it, but... So, R.I.P. Maria Winowski, whatever. Polish stage artist, born, etc. To my beloved daughter, woeful mother. Another grave. Here lies Jan Jmilek, our dear friend. In 1891 he met his end. What he is now lies deep inside. What he was, never you mind. The one I always remember was, I probably have the name wrong. Here lies the body of Thomas Gray, who died defending his right of way. His right was clear, his will was strong. He's just as dead as if he'd been wrong. Tomb Graf Friedrich Karl Nisselrod. Saint Dr. Maria Bukhanov. No idea what that says. Given it's had him as journal entries, these may become important at some point. We're going the wrong way, but we're exploring right now. Can't do anything this way, okay. Then over we go. Anything up here? Doesn't look like it.
I'm sure you don't remember me. My name's Hayat, Mordecai Hayat. I wanted to offer my condolences.
Okay.
Thank you. Please, forgive my prying. I know Mr. Shulsky took nitroglycerin for his heart, but how did he pass away? Was that his cause of death? His heart?
I'm not going to quit. I don't know the guy. This is evasive and possibly also true.
I'm curious myself. I haven't had a chance to find out.
Yes, I understand. My condolences, once again. I'll leave you alone. I'm sure you want to bid farewell to your father.
Here we are.
I knew you'd turn up.
I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Stasha loved you in his own way. You look well. Ligia said he found some quack healer.
Yes, thank you.
You don't recognize me, do you? But do you remember who taught you how to shoot starlings?
Uncle Valorian, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, I probably wouldn't recognize myself anymore. Go look in on your sister. She's worried. We'll talk at home.
Sister?
Wiktor. I'm so glad you came. I wasn't sure if my telegram had reached you.
I'm glad too. How are you holding up?
All this caught me off guard, but for now I don't have time to think things through calmly.
Have you written to Mother?
Yes, but what can you expect? You know what Nadia is like. It was never her style to show up for family events like this. It's getting late, and we've still got the reading of Papa's will ahead of us at home. And I'll leave you two alone. I suppose you've got your own matters to clear up.
We will say goodbye to him.
Let's get this over with.
I think that's the dutiful thing to do.
So,
and we will do it.
It was me who got it right in the end. Back then, on the train platform, was the last time we saw one another. 15 years ago.
Read it.
After brief suffering, fell asleep in the Lord. Brief? I hope not. Did you write this yourself? A tyrant, bigot, and liar, mistakenly absolved, died after suffering all too brief.
Then never mind dutiful.
That's
it's a
better.
vengeful thing to do.
Definitely closer to the truth.
I don't want to talk to him any further, given what he said.
Farewell, Father.
Am I intruding?
No, we're leaving.
Have you been eavesdropping like that for long?
All my life. I came to pay my respects to the dead.
What respect?
Stanisław and I were acquainted. You might say I knew everything about your father. Mr. Wiktor Szulski, isn't it? Your absence from Warsaw has happily come to an end, I hope.
We're playing with pride, so I want to be evasive. I'm not going to make a firm statement, which leaves one of these two. With pride...
With all due respect, this is my personal business. It was my father who knew you, not me.
True. Please forgive me. I meant no harm. Again, my condolences.
I didn't catch your name.
My name's Konieczkin. Ivan Konieczkin. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Ivan. I'm Mr. Konieczkin.
Such interesting friends you had.
Something from the spirit world.
I guess I'm more tired than I thought.
Tombstone. Josephina Sulska. Nay, Hohenlaw. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that. Something here. Bouquet with a note. A few flowers gathered together and a note. You were closer to me than I could ever admit, and now you've gone. My heart is yearning. Interesting. The simple words contain a sea of sadness and longing. The letter was written with a trembling heart that cannot come to terms with a loss. It seems that someone was greatly affected by my father's death. Nicholas. And another. Funeral wreath. Someone has left a note next to the simple wreath. We had our differences regarding methods, but we shared the same goal. We will carry on, and you rest in peace, brother. Your friends in Thaumaturge. The note features condolences from friends in Thaumaturge. Apparently, father must have kept in touch with other people in that profession. Which is an actual profession, okay. Wreath with a note. Someone has left an unusual note by the generic funeral wreath. Eat dirt, Solsky. In blunt terms, it expresses joy about Stanisław's death. The wreath was thrown carelessly, but some time and effort went into the words on the note. Several versions were written, all of which seem insufficiently offensive. to the author. In the end, he decided on the simple yet eloquent eat dirt, Szulski. Draw conclusion. Stanislav's funeral. More people than I would have guessed came to say their farewells to the father. It turns out that he had both friends who were clearly affected by his death, and enemies who found it exceptionally pleasing. Well, it seems father evoked extreme emotions in the people he encountered during his life. No more there, it seems. Now to the family home. Nope, out to the street. What's this? Stanislav's obituary. Stanislav Szulski. A widely respected citizen, thaumaturge, philanthropist, and entrepreneur. Father and husband died suddenly on August 31st at the age of 64. Repose his soul with health. Okay, fine. So basically, there's a call from some for us to be eradicated. A call essentially for a witch hunt. Where thaumaturge is not witches, but you know what I mean. It's essentially the same thing here. But we're also a profession that's got some respect.
The hardest thing was getting rid of the urn. The scattering I could handle.
You can play the clown, but I know how much this has cost you. I'm glad you went.
Sister?
Love at a funeral. Arrows post-mortem. Is it suitable for a young lady in mourning to fraternize with bachelors? Konstancja Szabłowska, the Warsaw Courier. Could I ask for a brief comment?
Hyena.
Thank you. And you, sir?
She's my sister. Oh, not she's mother. I think she's sister. That grey hair makes me think it might be mother. Sliggy, if you ought to intervene, don't cause problems for her. Yeah, he's brother. Okay, brother, sister.
I can sort it out, but it might cause you some trouble.
It's not worth getting your hands dirty over.
Get out of here, or I might decide you're attacking an Imperial official, and you'll wake up tomorrow in the Citadel.
Are you threatening me, Judge?
I'm actually sparing you from him. Would you rather try your luck with a Thaumaturge? Come on, children. I'm sure my Pietia is already waiting for us at home.
I'd love to see my cousin.
Are you coming with us?
I might be blonde, just hidden beneath a grey veil. Yes, we'll go.
Thanks.
Get in. I'm sure the lawyer is already waiting for us.
I may have missed some stuff here, though, that's the problem. But the rational role-playing thing to do, or the legitimate role-playing thing to do, was go with.
Miss, your guests have arrived. The lawyer's upstairs too, waiting. A trifle jittery. Wonder if the tea I made him was too strong.
Thank you, Grażyna, dear. Let the guests wait. First, I want to take care of the will.
I'll just wet my whistle and join you all upstairs.
Make sure Uncle makes it upstairs sober. And I'll suggest you don't dawdle either.
Master Wiktor, good God! Half your face covered, but I could tell right away it was you. You look just like your father in his youth. Completely his spitting image. Should I make you some cocoa, Master? It would warm you up a little.
Make it for my sister.
Make an extra creamy one for Ligia.
Oh, I won't skimp on her. Now, your sister's putting a brave face on all this, but she's really having a hard time. It's lovely to see you again. But But that's enough jabber for now. I've got the guests and the cocoa, and I've got to whip up some food for you all later. We'll talk soon.
Go to your father's study and continue the reading. That's the garden. Anything else around here? Yes. Father's portrait. The portrait depicts father in his twilight years. Serious expression on his face, the proud posture and the grimoire in his hand. Combined with a dark background and lack of embellishments, it all reflects the strictness and pragmatism he always had. Good old Stanislav. However, a faint red streak can be seen around his face. His figure. Apparently, artists are particularly sensitive to seeing things that usually escape the human eye. This one should receive double emolument, capturing the Thaumaturge's aura. The Warsaw Courier, Evening Extra. Here is the latest news on the riots that disrupted His Majesty's Emperor Nikolai II's speech day. A moment after our gracious Emperor announced Georgie Skellon as the new Governor-General of Warsaw, a group of troublemakers started yelling most disgraceful slogans. Despite reinforced security, there was a scuffle. There was. The gendarmerie were quick to get the situation under control, however. Few people were injured, including 2 policemen who came to help. 30 people were charged with public nuisance and brawling were taken into custody. Petya.
I don't want to put my foot in my mouth again. I already failed to recognize someone once today, but you look familiar.
Well, I should think so. I was the victim of one of your starling hunts. Voronins must not be very memorable, cousin.
Petya! Forgive me, and for shooting you as well. How are you doing?
Just some heart problems, not a subject for today. I'm sorry about Uncle Stanislav. Forgive me for not coming to the funeral. I can't bear cemeteries.
We'll have to meet up again.
Indeed.
Goodbye.
Indeed. I don't know why, but I thought Petya would be a female name. Consider me educated.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. I thought I'd have to drink alone.
So many goodies laid out for the guests. Having trouble picking something for yourself, Judge?
But this was Stasios. It was special. Amber liqueur with quinces.
I think you mean quince liqueur with amber, right? If it's not here, I'm sure it's in the basement. But I won't grope around down there in the dark now. I've got my hands full.
Fair enough.
Now, I don't want to trouble you either. Wiktor, could you track down a little bottle for your uncle?
Probably.
I suppose I'm obligated to accept this mission.
Good lad.
Not even an option
And
to
a
take
nephew
it.
like you is a treasure.
$3.65 dinner recipes for 5 zlotys by Lucina SC. Capon or pullet with sausages. Clean and I'm not going to read that. I'm going to be extremely hungry if I do. Gratina's liqueur recipe. Again, not going to do that. But we do have something there. We have 2 points here. We'll add a point there. And we'll add a point onto deed. Oh, that was 2 cost. Okay, I can't do that then. Okay. One thing I often do, and it doesn't make any sense, but I often do it, is choose my favourite, second favourite, third favourite, fourth favourite. We've got abilities upgrade. Adrenaline rush. Oh, can that only be on the bottom one? Ah, you can only have one in each thing, I think. Okay. Yeah, I think you can only have one on each thing, but they can be up to 3. I thought it was adding them up to a maximum of 3 space taken up. Okay. Basement. And we have a painting. Mother's portrait. A portrait of Mother from a youth. She stands proud, wearing a white dress and silk scarf thrown over her exposed shoulders. Her long dark hair flows down her back, and she glances at the viewer with a piercing smile. Bare skin and a frivolous hairstyle, that's not how I remember her. Nadia is a young, unkept maiden. It's hard to believe. This shocking vision of the painter must have been created in a previous era, a time when hearts were stirred with violent emotions, poems were created to the sound of a storm, love stories had to end tragically, etc., etc. Father actually commissioned such a painting. Interesting. Wonder why it's down in the basement, though. We've got this.
Damn it.
Sauvignon de Bordeaux, a bottle of a white wine from southern France, an expensive beverage popular among the aristocracy. Quince liqueur with amber. A small bottle of quince liqueur with amber. A beverage for true connoisseurs. The bottle exudes a sweet aroma of quince and the sincere joy of an upcoming meeting. It is a beverage that brings people together and sweetens the bitterness of everyday life. An element of the ritual that 2 old friends would eagerly indulge in. There. Pinot Noir from Oregon. A bottle of red wine from the United States. Hard to get. An inability to articulate, brought on by great surprise, clings to the bottle. It was difficult to mouth even a word of gratitude for the unique gift. Words got stuck in the throat, despite the adoration for this particular liqueur. It is a favourite beverage, but an unwelcome gift. Out we go. That I don't have mind on, do I? Unfortunate.
How did it go? Mission accomplished?
I think this is the one Uncle wanted.
Yes. This is our little funeral battle. We would meet in Stasha's study after every funeral we went to, and raised a toast to the dead. And recently, we've been seeing one another more and more at such events. More and more. But this time, even he has left me.
Yeah.
So, to an easy death, as Stasha and I used to say.
How did he die?
Hasn't Lygia told you?
I haven't even had the chance to ask.
He didn't suffer, but such images in the memory are better saved for later. I'd prefer to remember him as he was alive.
Not a bigot.
What then? Am I drinking alone?
May the ground be soft, Father. I'm not betting there's an afterlife.
Well, obligation fulfilled. Shall we get to the reading of the will?
No, I want to speak to Lygia first. Well, let's ask about Shajat.
At the funeral, there was this sad Jewish fellow, Mordechai Hayat.
Hayat.
Do you know him, Uncle?
He worked for Stanisław, but that was a long time ago. I don't know him more than that. So, shall we collect our inheritance?
I need another moment.
You'll all have to wait for me a moment yet.
All right, but hurry up.
Because we have the other. Oh, that's just going to the funeral, the thing for the reading of the will. What's this? Buster Marana. The stern countenance resembles that of a human, but the callous gaze shows no trace of human emotion. The Queen of Winter scrutinizes you, sending a shiver down your spine. It makes me think of the words of the gaze long enough. No. Makes me think of the words. If you gaze long enough into the abyss will gaze back into you. Was that Nietzsche? I seem to remember it being mentioned on something or other. There's nothing else over here. What's this? Green square. What's out in the garden? Anything? Because we can go there. Doesn't look like anything is right now. So it's not relevant right now. So let's go to the reading of the will. Why is that carpet glowing? Maybe it's just green thread. It looks like it's glowing. Bust of Siren. Sharp avian features bear a wild, disturbing kind of beauty. They make you want to fall into her clutches and be lulled into an eternal dream by her sweet song. Yet a cryptic, slight smile makes a subconscious, primal part of your being cower away from the predator. But isn't a soul the only fair price for the bliss of giving yourself up to that enchanting creature? Get changed. Do changes. I don't actually have any changes to make. Serious photo, straight back, stern expressions, nose in the air. Two boys that are just trying to meet everyone's expectations. Something went wrong here. That's another room over. Message from Mother. Dear child, stop. It is with great sorrow that I have received the news of Stanislav's death. Stop. Unfortunately, I will not be able to attend the funeral ceremony. Stop. My duties in Paris keep me from travelling to Warsaw at this time. Stop. I join you both in mourning and sorrow. Stop, Mama. My letter from Rome, July 1896. Dear sister, I'm writing to you because sleep eludes me. As I write before, I have found a suitable candidate. However, I'm still struggling to reach his floor. I feel that Paimon is within my reach. I even saw him, vaguely, but I did. I'll stop here, because my nerves prevent me from continuing. W. Yes, I will be careful. Don't think me a fool like father. The Polish Gazette, evening. Obituaries. Okay. Warsaw Funeral Company. Ziska. Company arranges funeral. Okay, so that's just an announcement of who's died. We have another point here. Which means I can now pop you up to here. And then you'll be up to there. My letter from Paris, November 1896. Sister of mine, I feel well enough to write something to you. The doctor also recommended I do so. I'm not all alone in my anguish. I share a room with one Reeford Morton, whose last name escapes me. They brought him from London, from Dr. Seward's clinic. A very interesting case. He spends his days hunting for the moths, cockroaches, ladybugs and beetles that come here sometimes. He eats them. He says it gives him strength to wait for the coming of the Lord, but I don't think he means a saviour. I cannot yet reconstruct all the details after the debacle with Paimon. My mind is still in tatters. Paimon visited me with no more than a week ago. I know that it's impossible. It probably happened only in my mind, but it was so clear. He, as the king of hell, with his host of demons, with the shadows of his penitents, called me to join them. It was so real. I'll stop here. I'm having a hard time gathering my thoughts. We have Pseudo-Monarchia Demonum. Compared to Crowley's Ars Gotia, there are 3 fewer demons. No evidence that all demons are salutors. Basim a false lead, Puzzle a false lead. Anton claims to have subjugated Orobas, mere boasting. Marcosius expected to take the form of a wolf within the wings of a griffin and the tail of a snake. According to Plancy, he takes the form of wild lioness. Interesting observation by Crowley. Demons are unexplored fragments of our minds. However, in appearance, it resembles an ox with wings. A lead for Subnook, unknown. Referring to Alistair Crowley, I assume. Anything upstairs? Before we look there? Nope. Nope, just downstairs. And just the reading of the will.
I am ready, Mr. Shulsky. I only need all of you to be present.
Can we start reading your father's will?
Of course.
Yes, let his will be done. Again.
Let's begin if everyone is ready. Would you all please take a seat? Ladies and gentlemen, by the power of my office vested in me by the grace of His Imperial Majesty, the Emperor of all Russia, I hereby testify. Mr. Shulsky's last will and testament were prepared several years ago in the presence of Zaslav Fedorov, Esquire, that is, myself. My last will and testament recorded in the year of our Lord 1888.
Okay.
In the name of the Holy Trinity. Amen.
Hear him out.
Therefore, my first irrevocable wish is to appoint as executrix of this will my daughter, Ligia Szulska.
She's going to make sure things are taken care of.
An inventory shall be conducted in full accordance with the law. After completing the inventory, all my personal movables will be sold at public auction.
Okay.
And let the funds raised thereby be donated on the anniversary of my death to the beggars near that cemetery. The administration of the remainder of my fortune I leave, without restriction, to the person of my daughter, Ligia.
I'm not even getting a teaspoon.
All movables and immovables relating to the family enterprise I entrust to the care and administration of my daughter. I do not prescribe a method of administering them. I merely offer her one piece of advice.
Okay.
I wish that the business should be conducted with modesty, prudence, and honesty, as I have conducted it my whole life.
A joker to the very end.
To my brother-in-law and oldest friend, Alexander Voronin, I wish to leave the following. My collection of muskets and 2 revolvers, dating to the uprising in memory of our first meeting.
Stasio, I will have plenty to do in my retirement.
Enjoy your retirement.
Wait for the end of the ceremony. We'll hear it out rather than ask.
I would also like to come to the aid of my only son, Wiktor Szulski, by entrusting him with the use of my personal black grimoire.
Okay.
In the hope that he will be able to make good use of it. This
Nothing
is
for
my
mother.
last will and testament. Carry it out solemnly, though you may have found it burdensome. However, this last bequest poses a certain problem.
Yes, it certainly does. And what is that, may I ask?
I am not in possession of this grimoire. The late Mr. Szulski used it up until his death, yet no one left it with me after his passing.
Meaning it's disappeared?
That sounds that way.
Did Father have his grimoire on him at the time of his death?
It was only because of the grimoire that we could identify him at all.
What actually happened? How did he die?
A building collapsed on top of him. I don't know any other way of putting it.
So she actually is dark-haired, just like me, or just like Wiktor. But the veil must have been really hidden that, right?
A building? It collapsed on top of him? How? How did this happen?
It was a day like any other. Papa had gone for his habitual walk. Every Tuesday and Thursday, he'd take a stroll to get some space, as he put it. When he didn't come back for a long time, I got the bad feeling something had happened. Then...
We rode there together. An entire wall of a tenement had collapsed. There were 3 victims, including Stasio, who had the bad luck to simply be walking by. To see him there in that condition, it's beyond description.
Tell me about the grimoire.
The grimoire. Could someone have taken it?
Perhaps, in all that confusion.
But why would anyone want Papa's grimoire? An ordinary person won't use it. Would the Thaumaturge just happen to be passing by?
Or someone who hates thaumaturges.
Father had all his knowledge in there, but I don't know if it would be useful to someone other than him. I don't even know why he left it to me.
So one...
I'm sure Stasio had a reason.
One thaumaturge's book is not necessarily useful to another. Got it. Find out why this happened.
Where did it happen? Where was this building?
The southern part of Śródmieście, not far from the police station. Anyway, you can miss it.
Of all the possibilities, this was the death that fate prepared for him.
He died as he lived, miserably. He couldn't have met a more fitting end after what he did to me. What he did to the Niedzic's family.
You've got to know that Papa felt guilty, even if he didn't say so outright. I'm not going to defend him, but I can't criticize him either. Even I don't know what really happened back then with Abauritze.
An accident is what happened, and Father treated 2 kids like the worst disgraces in the world. As if it had been premeditated.
When a person dies so suddenly, their unfinished business remains. We'll never learn what Stasio carried in his heart.
What do you intend to do?
So Daddy felt guilty. Well, you know what? A feeling of guilt, even an apology, is worthless in and of itself. Unless you're going to try and fix things, change things, improve yourself, it's meaningless. It's like the old saying, grab a plate, throw it on the floor, Now apologise to it and tell me if it's still broken. Unless you're going to try and fix things, change yourself so you don't cause that issue again. I don't care if you feel guilty, I don't care if you apologise, it's meaningless. Now, I'm not saying you'll guarantee that you will change, that you will fix things, but unless you're going to put the effort in, it's meaningless. Ask about
Father
him.
evidently knew a certain Ivan Konieczkin. Have you heard anything about him?
Konieczkin? No, doesn't ring a bell.
All sorts of people came to Papa's store. That doesn't mean every one of them might know something about the grimoire.
No, but some of them might,
That's
sister.
true. You've got your work cut out for you.
And Mordechai Chayat. Could that be a lead?
I don't think so. He worked with Father, but he left more than a year ago. I don't know why. He was an assistant at my store.
Do you know where I might find him?
Sadly, no.
Do you have any other ideas?
I think we have to look for the answer in the place where it happened.
With your sight, you can make out more in those ruins than I, or Uncle, or Detective could. This is a good lead, but is it the only one?
Not the only one.
And where are Father's things at the moment?
You're standing at the very center of his kingdom. Not everything has been sorted through yet, but you go right ahead.
And the store?
Okay.
I should check that too.
I've started stock taking there to distract myself, and I don't want you to go in there before I finish.
Alright, so that's out.
As you wish. Now at least I can see how little I know. Maybe these scraps of information will lead me somewhere.
Entirely possible.
Well, now that we know what's got to be figured out, forgive me, my darlings. I'm going to give my old bones a rest.
I'll see you out.
So, is Papa giving us his grimoire because he knows there's a way we can work
Goodbye,
with it?
Uncle. And, Ligia. I'm sorry it happened this way. That I wasn't close by.
The most important thing is you're here now.
Thank you, sister. Or was he giving us his grimoire because there's notations in there that might be useful? Or something similar? Or wasn't he giving us his grimoire just to parade his knowledge and try and be one up on us? What's this? Books on ancient cultures. Books in hard leather bindings with many bookmarks. Father would pore over these yellow pages again and again, reading the same words over and over, trying to extract meaning from them. He repeated the words about dedication and the necessity of sacrifice like a mantra, slamming shut one volume, then reaching for another. What's it all mean? Then we have this suitcase. A leather suitcase bearing traces of many rituals. Grains of desert sands from Father's trip to Africa had settled in the suitcase. He would set it aside, spinning plans for future voyages into the unknown regions of the material world, searching for what was hidden behind the veil of reality. Ritual mask. A wooden mask representing a saluter known as Shirael. The demonic countenance is clothed in the hope that clung to it first, and the satisfaction that soon followed. Seems Father had plans for Shirael, which he eventually managed to fulfill. Oh, that's a door, okay. My love for you is burning. It keeps me from eating. It keeps me from sleeping. It keeps me from living. Ligia, I'm begging you to end my agony. Agree to be my... So, she had a suitor. Nothing wrong with that. Thought I'd seen something, maybe not. Now, actually, before we go further, there is something here. What's this? Oh, let's just close the door. Let's get the first of the mined ones. Nothing upstairs, is there? At this point. Yes. Two things here. Collections of books on the occult. The titles include Pseudo-Monarchia Demonum, Lemegeton, and Picadrix. The grimoires of historical occultists brim with paternal inquisitiveness. The worn pages, full of annotations in the margins, bear the marks of frequent reading. His heart beat with the excitement. Father explored mysteries of demonology, thus expanding his horizons. Stanislav's last will, which we've already had read. Szulski family photo. Our family portrait rather. Our family portrait. I can remember when it was taken. The year was 1884 and Ligian and I were 9 years old at the time. She was clearly tense, and I remember how Mother admonished her not to smile, not to fidget, and to stand straight. Ligia was to take the cue from her. Mother was able to freeze like a statue and sit there, barely breathing for a couple of hours. I, on the other hand, posing nonchalantly, was always more unrestrained than my sister. I could get away with more. Behind us, Father, the head of the family, one hand resting patronizingly on the back of the chaise lounge, asserting his ownership, the other holding a grimoire, a black grimoire. Behind Father, a shadow, as if the shape was emerging and forming, indicating another presence. The Balbereth, the family is complete. Letter, the human heart is worth more than all the riches of the material world. Tonight, SR. The letter addressed to Father was signed with the initials SR. The message only appears to be brief. In fact, the pen strokes were accompanied by an accelerated heartbeat, motivated by a restrained fondness for the addressee. The ink is dripping with special care and warmth that have seeped deep into the paper. Father's search. Father's thoughts were recently occupied with a search for knowledge that bordered on the obsessive. This is related to something much more than his usual curiosity about the world, which I remember him for. He was looking for something, hunting for Celitors, exploring the mysteries of everything related to Thaumaturge. The only thing I still don't know is where it led him.
How do you find our old stomping ground? Yes, I'm not too fond of this place either. This is where I had my last conversation with my father, just before I left. If you can call it a conversation. Can you see my dreams? Nightmares, actually. Ever since I decided to come back, I keep reliving the same memory. The loan shark incident. I've been seeing his death more and more lately. I wonder if his shop is still there. Perhaps we should go there and check.
So that's not what I wanted to do. Ask legit about SR. That's what I want to do first. Downstairs, I guess. Is this something I haven't seen? No, that's the door.
I'm about to go deaf. Hello?
I talk here? Do you hear me now?
Hey, Rasputin.
Wiktor, are you there?
Grigori? Yes.
Wiktor, where are you?
On the other end of the line, at home, where the telephone rang.
Incredible.
Has something happened?
To me? No. I am telecommunicating with you to say I found lodgings here in Warsaw.
Fair enough.
If you need me, I'm by the cemetery. What number is it? Yes. 7 Powaskowska Street. Number 7 by cemetery. Powaskowska.
I'm glad. It's good to hear your voice.
It's good to hear you as well. Goodbye. I want to end now. What do I... like this? Wonderful device. Remarkable. Hello? Oh, and now?
When you get a new device and don't know how to work it. She's through this way. There she is.
Have you found anything yet about the grimoire? Is there any way I can help?
In Father's study, I found a trace of a woman that I couldn't identify.
Probably Svetlana Rumyantseva.
That would be initials. Let's ask.
Who is she? And what does Father have to do with her?
Svetlana is a Russian aristocrat who travels with the Romanovs' court. I can only tell you she was a customer of Father's.
A customer? If you don't want to say, then don't. Where can I find her?
When she's in town, she stays at the Imperial Hotel.
Okay, so that's the lead.
She might know something that will help me find the grimoire.
Not so fast. To get in, you're going to need me and my connections.
Oh.
Svetlana is famous for her soirees where she hosts the creme de la creme of Warsaw.
Just let her speak for now. Let's see.
We could go together. How about you track down some evening clothes and I'll sort out the invitation?
Sounds fair.
And I won't take no for an answer.
Sounds
Sadly,
fair.
you never give me a chance. Unfortunately, everything in my wardrobe is antediluvian. I need a tailor.
There's a shop at 11 Pruzhna Street that's fairly
This is how
decent and
things start
quick.
to unlock in town.
We also have barbers in Warsaw in case you want to do something about whatever you have growing on your head and face.
I feel called out. Is there anything else there?
Liga?
Yes?
Ask about the company.
What's next for you? You're in charge here now. Have you got some kind of grand scheme?
A grand scheme? Oh, for now, I'm just trying to keep my head above water. Certain customers are unconvinced that a woman can handle running a business. What's worse, a woman without powers. You know what I mean. A thaumaturge at my side would shut them all up. After all, it's your heritage too.
She's my sister, and the way I've been playing him, I see him as dedicated to her. He's one of the internals. If he's a reluctant hero, he's likely to have some people he considers internal to his circle. Everyone else is external to a degree. She's an internal. Rasputin is pretty much an internal, but on the periphery of it. So, yeah, we trust him in certain spheres, but still got some questions. The woman, I forget her name now, the one with the bullets. She's not an internal, but she's a question on the external. Pretty much everyone else at the moment is an external, one way or another. So I'll show her she can count on us.
About running a company, but if I can help in any way, you can count on me.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. I trust the smoke doesn't bother you.
On this day and age, we wouldn't know about the harms of smoking, so we wouldn't say anything.
The trousers are an original style. Until now, I'd only seen women in trousers in the East.
First of all, they're practical.
Yeah.
It's the 20th century. It's high time we started dressing comfortably.
I'm not going to say it does nothing for me. It's my
You've
decision
always
internal.
been
I'm not going to
brave,
judge like that.
Never afraid of anything or anybody. Like when Mother almost had a fit because you dumped my best tie in hot cocoa.
I didn't care that she was angry. I wanted to get you back for not wanting to play with me.
Because you were being too annoying.
You meant to say brave. By the way, Grażyna still makes cocoa every evening. You can conjure up the flavor of childhood if you want. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Actually, why I might comment on smoking is because I think 1905, it wasn't a vice that women, or a thing that women generally partook in, was it? I could be wrong on that, but we're not going to comment on it. We'll leave.
I'll get going.
Go to the tailor and visit a barber. Out we go. Oh. It's not what I had in mind. Going this way. We're in town. Let's do the barber first. Going this way, alright. Back up here. Round corner. Across. Oh, we've got to ride out, do we? Well, we'll have to be able to come back here, so we must be okay doing that. And this is over to the cemetery. For a barber. Poster. The Technicians Association in Warsaw invites you to attend a series of lectures delivered by top Polish inventors, technicians and people of science. Held every Thursday 7 PM at the association's headquarters, 59 Pawłowski Street. 20 kopecks entrance. What's lighting up? This. The Warsaw Gazette. Kazimierz Pazinski is a name likely to be heard many more times, not only in Warsaw, but across the world. His inventions mainly concern live photography and war machines. Two of his works are of particular importance to the development of cinema. One, the removal of light flickers in projection of images, and two, the invention of the handheld filming technique that doesn't require a tripod. The aforementioned removal of light flickers represents a breakthrough in cinematography after years of stagnation caused by the futility of efforts taken to address the issue. Fair enough. Oh, we have one more, do we? Well, the next one we have to do is on here, and we don't have enough to do that yet. And we are going to the barber. Nothing in the barber shop, just him.
Come in.
Ask for a haircut.
Please set my hair to rights.
Yes, sir.
Grave digger's dream. Oh, and that's to get that. Okay. Graveyard chic. Vistula flare. Classic disarray, that's what he's had. Go for graveyard chic. And a tidy beard and mustache.
I'm sorry. I don't usually talk to clients. Do you like it?
Why don't you talk much?
I can't help noticing that you're the most tight-lipped barber I've been to. And even you admit that you rarely talk to clients. Why is that?
When I prepared them for their final journey, it's hard to ask for their opinion.
So you style the deceased too?
For burial.
Mostly.
Yeah.
They still need to look good. After all,
Yeah.
you only get a funeral once in your lifetime.
For the wake, the funeral, etc. Yeah, got it.
So, what do you think? Do you like it?
Yeah.
Yes, you're talented.
Years of practice. My clients are always satisfied.
Well, yeah, they're dead. And out we go. Now it's over to the tailor. Nothing else here. What's this though? It's wait, but what are we waiting for? Ah. If we want to change the time of day.
Let's wait.
Let's not. Get up. What's this? Catch a tram. That'll get me back here. Got another one? Oh no, that is just the one we've got. We need two. Not there. Where are we? Hang on, where are we? Down here. Along. Yeah, I know where we are now. It's down here, isn't it? Imploring note. The note was written by the tailor's impatient customer, urging him to properly complete the order. Otherwise, they threatened to revoke their advance and ruin the tailor's reputation. Scribbled patterns, incomplete tailoring designs. There is a staggering anger radiating from the patterns. Desperate hands tried to sketch something valid, interesting and original. It's no avail. All that's left is chaos and impatience. Tailor's mannequin. This is where the tailor's ideas come to fruition. There are individual threads of focus left on the mannequin, being ripped apart by customers' visits. All the ideas aren't good enough, are rejected. Nothing but more alterations. Anything else up here? There is. Coffee cups, dirty coffee cups. In the dregs I can still feel the stress that urges the tailor to make more coffee and drink it hastily. Coffee is better than sleep. To sleep is to waste precious time that could be used for more alterations. Well, I'm not sure what we did there, but let's see about getting changed. I'll get in the suit.
Excuse me. Damn it. I forgot to turn the key.
Sorry, what?
You tell me. What is it?
Something continues to elude you. Keep searching. Alright, we will leave.
You. Alright.
We'll leave because there's something else in here somewhere. I'm not finding it though. Not seeing anything. I'm searching, but there's nothing here. Nothing I'm seeing anyway. Alright, we'll just talk to him.
Well, that's...
Lack of inspiration.
I couldn't help noticing you're struggling for inspiration. You've got a keen eye. The book makes it easier? I have to guess what everyone has in their mind.
Is there any way I can help?
I want to know what people look for in fashion these days. Back in the day, all you needed was 2 pant legs and a space for your Johnson. I don't know what else there is to it. If you tell me that, I'll be grateful. I'll sew you anything you want in return.
Let me sharpen my senses.
So there's still something else. Let's leave.
I won't bother you.
All right.
Do we need to look at other... Can't go there. No, I don't think that's going to give us anything. Alright, we'll just go tell him we need evening wear. Because I'm not getting anywhere else. I know there's got to be something else in here, but I'm not sure what it is. What's that on top there? Is that glowing? No. Alright.
Well, let's get...
I need some evening wear, quick.
Good proportions.
Thank you.
Alterations won't take long. Your name and address, sir?
Wiktor Szulski, 9 Green Square.
I'll send a messenger when I'm done. Now, I'd like to go to my business. All right.
So I couldn't find his thing. Out we go. And across. Straight up. And in for the family. Ah, this must be the gift. The tailor's work.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
I see you went to a barber. That's something at least.
Recently I met a bearded guy who's not especially fussy about his appearance. And yes, People welcome him everywhere with open arms anyway.
Maybe he's a natural charmer. I've heard that can get you into the Imperial even without a tailcoat.
Very funny.
Are you getting dressed so we can go, or have you changed your plans?
Yes, let's go and see if I do fit in.
In that case, I'll go get changed too.
Okay. There we are.
Look at you. And here I worried I was the only one who looked good in trousers. Very chic choice.
I'm not gonna. No, she's the most internal. So yeah, no.
Thank you.
Built her up. No.
You look fantastic.
Thank you. You think Papa would be mad that we're going to a party right after his funeral?
Who cares?
I hope so.
Wiktor.
He could have kept from losing the Black Grimoire. Are we ready?
Yes, the carriage is waiting.
All right.
Welcome to the Imperial Hotel. How may I help you?
Ligia Szulska, here on the invitation of Svetlana Rumiantseva.
Yes, we are expecting you, of course. The soiree is taking place in apartment 237, second floor. I wish you a thrilling and successful evening.
I'm impressed. How did you sort that out?
Our name still means something. Let's do our best to keep it that way, all right?
A vision of the dark and twisted.
Who are you, my golden slithering friend?
Wiktor? Wiktor. Wiktor! Can you hear me?
Yes. Of course.
These people are just waiting for us to put a foot wrong, understand? We're walking into the Viper's Den, brother.
Reassure that everything's alright.
Everything's alright. I just got a little lost in thought. I'll be good, I promise. I'm going to hang around here a little longer. I'll meet you upstairs.
See you there.
Find the person with the flaw that were while solitary seeking. Find Svetlana in her apartment. Right. That's where we end for today. This is a fascinating story. I'm really enjoying it. It doesn't have the epic feel of something like Wrath of the Righteous, but it's just, it's secret, it's occult, it's hidden. I love it. I love it. I'll see you next time.